Back with us on the SportsMax Zone. This segment is brought to you by Minute Maid, Powerade, and Dasani. Yeah, it is. All right, the NBA is back, and what a start to the season on Tuesday evening. Steph Curry shot a game-high 33 points to lead defending champions Golden State Warriors to a 123-109 win against the Lakers. LeBron James scored 31 for the Lakers in that losing effort. We have highlights.
The Lakers taking on the Warriors. What a way to start this NBA season. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors and their ring celebration pregame. There's Klay Thompson, all smiles after everything he's endured, putting on that championship ring. The banner is hoisted. The trophy is handed over. The rings are on, and it's time to play basketball. Curry starts off hot with a behind-the-back dribble, gets his shot blocked, but gets it back, and then hits the turnaround jumper. Golden State goes up 11-6. Then Curry out in transition, gives it up to Poole, who's ready for the trigger, drains the three, 19-10. Curry's pass stolen by Anthony Davis. Davis makes a nice move by Curry at the other end, drawing the foul, getting the and one. He'd go on to make the free throw. Davis had 27 points in this game. We're tied up. Poole with a nice pass to James Wiseman, who throws it down. Then the Warriors get rolling. Draymond Green finds Curry as Steph cuts inside for the layup. This time Poole finds Curry. Coming down the lane, Curry goes up and under for the and one. He'd go on to make the free throw. Green drives past the defense, and Poole finds him for the easy lay-in. Golden State up 51-39 at that point. Your halftime score, 59-52. We take you to the third. Walker comes up with the steal. Gets it to LeBron at the other end, who throws it down. LeBron had 31 points and 14 rebounds in this game, with that dunk being one of the big highlights of the night. Golden State at this point still up 70-62. Later in the third, Curry finds Wiggins, who hits the floater in the paint. 76-62, Golden State on top. Wiggins in transitions finds Curry for the wide open three. It's good. Anytime he is that wide open, it is most likely going in, folks. Next possession, Curry takes a deep three. He hits it again. That was part of a 24-3 Warriors run. They're up 87-64, then driving down the lane. Curry with the pretty spin and the lay-in. Next possession, comes off the screen, pulls up, gets the foul, makes the free throw. He had 33 points in this game. And the Golden State Warriors on ring ceremony opening night win at 123-109.
Indian Curry, yeah. But given the quality of the current Warriors roster, there are inevitable comparisons with the team that won the championship in 2014-2015. Curry says he sees similarities.
Yeah, there's a vibe of that. You have 11 guys that probably deserve the opportunity to play and are going to be key for us to be the team that we want to be throughout the regular season, and then identify what the best rotation is come playoff time. 14-15 team is a little older through the bench, so a little bit more experience and guys playing different roles. But I mean, that's where strength in numbers is born, and the ability to, especially early in the year, confidently put out 10 guys and expect them to contribute, and expect them to learn and grow in their roles. That definitely has a similar vibe for sure.
Similar values. Meanwhile, LeBron James says he's confident the Lakers will improve as the season progresses.
For us, I think we are what I expected from tonight. Some great moments, some not so good moments, and that comes from just a team that's coming together for the first time. A lot of new pieces, a whole new system, coaching staff. But I love the way we competed. Obviously, the turnovers. We're not going to win ball games like that, but once we start getting on the same page and know where guys are going to be, and we start going through. Our system is how we want to perform. I think that'll get better with time, but it was kind of what I expected. We had, like I said, some good times, and some other times were not as good as we will like.
Specks of gray in the head of LeBron James, King James. Well, we have the former basketballer, and professional NBA man and analyst of game as well, Kimani Friend, to talk to us about last evening. Kimani, welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Good to have you here. Kimani Friend. All right, we're trying to get Akimani, friend. So, Leighton, the Lakers came up short. The Golden State Warriors looked good from night one. Assess the two teams for me. How did you see the performances, respectively?
Well, the Golden State Warriors actually just picked up from where they left off last season. The Lakers pretty much... I was concerned during the preseason when there were so many different combinations being used. So I think head coach Darvin Ham didn't have an idea of what his best starting lineup would be. Mm-hmm. And you saw elements of that last night. The team looked a little bit disjointed. There was no chemistry really. And of course, the shooting was, especially from the perimeter, was dreadful. 22% from outside the paint, 25% from the three-point line. This Lakers team doesn't have genuine shooters on it. And it showed last night. And it's a carryover from last season where they struggled from the perimeter. And then it comes back again. So both teams are pretty much where they were last year. Whether or not they can actually improve, as LeBron James believes, is left to be seen. I'm not very confident that's going to happen, though.
Yeah, there was a time when you could go far in the league with players who would score inside the paint. Mm. And, you had someone who could hit a couple of threes in a game. Now you need sharpshooters from outside because the top contenders all have that weapon. Yeah, because
I remember back in the day, in the early 2000s, actually, in the late 90s, when somebody shot 30% from the three-point line.
That was a star.
That was a star.
Yep.
Steve Curry was shooting like 34, 38%. Now, guys are shooting 40%, some as high as 50%.
Yep.
So you need those players because one of the things is if you become a one-dimensional team from where you shoot from, it becomes more difficult to get inside the paint because teams can then get back out of the paint, block those lanes, and of course make it difficult to score.
Kimani's with us. Kimani, friend, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, man.
We're good.
We're good. All right, the Lakers and the Warriors in that game last evening to start the NBA season. Let's start with the Warriors. How well did they look to you?
To be honest with you, them look good. They still have the core. They still have the core team when you're talking about Klay Thomas, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry. And with the addition of of Jordan Poole, that probably is a candidate for sixth man of the year. And you're talking about Wiggins now, getting the season, getting his career back, online after, being the number one pick and everybody having him as a buzz. And they're looking like one of the favorites to win the NBA championship this year.
Yep. All right. In comparison, how did the Lakers look on game one?
The Lakers look like the Lakers. It was a turmoil off season. They had some additions, but what the Lakers are lacking right now is just shooters around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And that is going to be their Achilles heel for the rest of the season. I believe that, the trade deadline is coming up soon, but I believe before the end of the season, they're going to have to get rid of some of their unprotected first-round draft picks and bring in some shooters. Because if they don't do that, I can't see them getting even past the first round, much less, to be honest with you, making the playoffs.
Kimani, can you count, can the Lakers fans and can the Lakers as an organization count on Anthony Davis's fitness over the course of the season, given his record? And I say that because I was looking at a stat last night. The Lakers the Lakers lost 49 games in the regular season last year. That's unbelievable for a team with Davis and LeBron James on the roster. We know both men were missing for large chunks, especially Davis. Can anybody seriously bank on Anthony Davis being fit enough to do himself justice at the team over the course of this long season?
To be honest with you, that's a big question, Miles. Anthony Davis in the last, 3 or 4 years, I probably played a total of maybe 80-something games. And he missed a big chunk of the season last year. And right now, he's supposed to be taking over the team. He's supposed to be that the players know that to carry the mantle from LeBron James, because you're talking about LeBron James going into his 28th season, and we can't expect him to be the LeBron James of old. So everybody's looking for him to be that guy and to lead the team. And I am sure the Lakers organization or even just, fans out there, Lakers fans out, they right now they can't honestly say they can depend on Anthony Davis.
Come on, Russell Westbrook, huh? He has been a square peg in a round hole for the Lakers ever since he came into the team last season. And there's always been question about the chemistry, how he fits with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, because there's only one ball. Should they sacrifice those draft picks and use that as trade bait to bring in somebody at the expense of getting rid of Russell Westbrook? What do you think?
In my opinion, I think so. I think if they want to, to progress, they definitely need some young pieces. They need some shooters. They need some guys that are two-way players that can play both offense and defense. And they definitely need a 3-and-D player, which is a guy that can defend the wing, but also consistently shoot the 3-point. And like I said before, it's going to be a problem during the season. They need shooters, and that's the biggest issue. They can't depend on LeBron James anymore. They do need LeBron James to be running the point, as shown in the preseason, even last season. Westbrook, he still hasn't been able to make that adjustment since he's been on the Lakers, where he's still pragmatic, where he's just playing at one speed. And as much as they're trying to incorporate him and throw in different lineups and to get him, to build that cohesiveness with the team, we're still not seeing that gel where LeBron James and Westbrook is gelling, even with Anthony Davis. I mean, he shot like 29% from the 3-point last year, and the type of playmaker Westbrook is, he's a person that he's ball dominant. He's the most athletic point guard in the league or in the history of the game, and his game is built around that. So unless he can start hitting down 3 points more consistently, it's going to be hard for him to be on the floor, especially at the end of games.
Kimani, let's talk about the 76ers and the Celtics now, because we saw them on opening night. The Celtics are beating the 76ers in that opening game. Let's start with the losers first. Joel Embiid, you can guarantee one thing. When healthy, he's going to be scoring a ton of points per night. He was scoring leader last year, of course. But come playoff time, the season would have taken its toll on big old Joel. And he may be banged up by the time the playoffs start, as has happened in the previous campaigns. James Harden comes in. He says he's psychologically in a better place to start this campaign than he was last season. And we know about the drama that followed him into the start of the last campaign. So despite that loss, was there anything from the performance that gives you the confidence that we'll be seeing a strong season from them boys from Philadelphia?
All right. We have to also remember it's the beginning of the NBA season. It's the first game. It's too early to tell what is going to transpire as the season goes on. Teams are still feeling out each other. To be honest with you, those who those casual basketball fans may not know that the NBA game doesn't really start getting serious until the playoffs. We're going to still see a lot of changes in terms of lineup. I mean, teams, like I said, are still feeling out each other. I think Philadelphia is definitely going to be at the mix at the end of the season. They are one of my picks to go deep into the playoffs and maybe contend for NBA championship. The Joel Embiid definitely is definitely going to be an MVP candidate. They brought in some new players to see if they can get some toughness in the team. It's still left to be seen if that's going to change anything. James Harden, for me, is the biggest X factor. They need the James Harden of the Houston Rockets to even have a chance of competing for a championship. Will we see that James Harden? I don't know, because I'm still not sold. I mean, that Leighton can tell you, I've never been one of James Harden's biggest fans. So I don't know if he's going to be that player come when they need him the most, that he's going to step up to the plate.
Hear you on that, my friend. That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll talk again.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Easy, Kimani.
The NBA continues on your home of champions on Thursday. SportsMax 2 will have the 76ers against the Bucks at 6:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. outside Jamaica, while at 9 p.m., 10 outside Jamaica, the Lakers and the Clippers, they go at it in a battle for LA. We take a break from the SportsMax Zone. Back with more after this.